everyone. Thank you for tuning in for another episode here, Facebook Live, the Real Podcast. I'm here with Laura Andert. Hi, Laura. Good morning.
Hi, David.
We have some exciting things to share with you today. Laura has been a long-time real estate agent, marketer. She has a wealth of knowledge she's going to share with us today. So that's a special treat for you guys. Laura, if you could kind of tell me a little bit about, how you got into real estate, but maybe a little bit first about how we connected initially.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to. I've been following you for a long time, David, and watching a lot of your videos and just your history on how you got to where you are. And I like to say I stalked you for a few years.
Nice. Very cool.
And, I never, really just pressed that button to call you. And I'm so glad I did on this last property because it's just been a great joy to work with you. And so, meeting you through real estate has just been awesome. So I love it.
Yeah, same for us and our whole team, me included. I know you and I have been continuing to work together. You were in our video marketing class as well. And so we're constantly, working together on different projects. So that's been exciting. I love the long-term, trajectory in terms of, hey, how can I continue to help you? How can we continue to help you market and sell more homes, which we're doing. So let's talk a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about how you started in real estate, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. Well, I started actually with my father investing. Right. We started back in 2000, so just 19 years ago, almost 20. He and I started buying property for him all across the country before I was even licensed.
Wow.
So that's how I started real estate. He taught me everything about investing and property management and buy and hold. And so that's kind of how I started. And
wow.
In 2002, I got this bright idea to go get my real estate license. Uh-huh. And, I lived in Orange County at the time, and I started to sell, and I quit my day job. And gosh, it's almost 20 years later. Here I am. It's crazy.
Got it. Wow. And you have a lot of marketing background. So can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing to say, before the 20-year run with real estate, I had another life, another career. So my background is design, photography, and I had a retail store, and I ran it and owned it and did a lot of high-end design work for hospitals and a lot of different clients that would come into my shop. So that was back in the day before Costco Price Club even existed.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did a lot of that, and then
Price Club. I
know, right? Isn't that scary? Wow. Yeah, let's not even talk about that. So then I kind of went into kind of this techie side of me. I'm a geek by nature as well. So I started working with a portal, and that was with eBay, and so I did a lot of marketing and tech stuff with them, and just had a lot of different things that I've done through the years, and then a lot of management and marketing and design, and so I have kind of this love of a lot of different things. And so I, really jumped into real estate in a lot of avenues. So I really love all the different aspects of what I enjoy, because I can pull it into real estate. And then, I became a broker and kind of did my own thing with a small franchise for a while with a partner for about 14 years. And, then I went back into sales full-time in marketing with Pacific Sotheby's just recently, the last couple of years. And so it's been a full career, and it's awesome.
Well, you've been consistent. I mean, every one of those things relate to what you're doing now, and it can arguably be said that those things have helped you to become who you are, right? And your success. What's been your passion along the way?
I still love development and reconstruction of homes. I really love that. So when I get to dig into a project like that, and work with, my partner on that, it's not about just, fixing and flipping. It's more about developing it and building it and seeing it go from the ground to something really beautiful and creative. I love tearing things apart. I love conceptualizing. I love strategizing, really. I like the business and the design and the creative side of things. Sure. So then when it comes to, selling a home, let's say in the regular neighborhood, I kind of bring a lot of that passion in. And I try and really just bring that forward with my clients and help them and try to serve them that way. And I come at it from a different perspective. I'm always strategizing. And and trying to build something, listening to them, what they need. And so I don't know, it's just fun. I like that.
I can see that, and I can respect the fact that you're able to think big picture, but then day to day you're able to work on, like the activities that you need to work on to make the sale, right? So that's really respectable. You've been successful. You are successful. Like, what would you say you attribute that to?
I say I just really, I've got a lot of tenacity and just perseverance in this business. There's a lot of ups and downs. A lot of people talk about roller coaster ride. There's a lot of high joys. There's a lot of low lows. And, it's really about just balancing all of that. As an entrepreneur, you got to kind of think past the real estate industry. You got to think about, business in general, and just your overall business, your overall brand, who you are, and try not to get stuck in the weeds, and really just pull yourself into a level of, this is just the way life is. It's always going to be this way, and, take joy in where you're at, no matter what it is. So I feel like, 20 years in one industry is a long time, but there's a lot of aspects to it. There's a lot of really cool things. It's not just one thing. There's so many things you can do in this business. Right.
Yeah. And it's really cool. I see so many agents, who accept the role that they have, which is, quite frankly, it's very diverse. Like, you're doing so many different things, right? So again, so much respect for agents. But you're also doing like so much of the business aspect as well, right? So it's like, you're the salesperson, you're the investor, you're the
it's
the
true.
CEO. So you're like, you're doing it all. And depending on your skill set, like, some people like to, build a team. Some people like to run solo. It just depends on what works well for you. But in all those examples, they're still demonstrating like what a true entrepreneur is, in my opinion, which is like they're able to get in there and work. Yeah, so it's cool to see that in your life, and now working with you, I could see that as well. We were working with that property, 548 Hygeia, which is what got us working together. And so let's talk about that house. It was cool because I got to meet your girls too, which was fantastic. You have two girls.
I do.
I will have two girls come October.
I know. Congratulations. That's so cool. I love watching that.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's hard to believe my last one was 10 years ago. So
wow.
How'd we get here?
Though, right?
Huh?
Goes fast.
It does. It really does. And when you're in it, you're like, whoa, okay, let's speed her up. And then you're like, oh wait, no, let's slow it down.
Like, slow down. So what's been your your experience with that? Like, your oldest is how old now?
She's 13, and she's in 8th grade, and then my youngest is 10, and she's in 6th grade, and they're great. We're like a great little trio, and
how do you manage that? That's crazy.
They're my teammates at my house. Let me tell you. Nice. Well, it's funny. My 13-year-old, she's like my tech. She's my tech department. I put her fully in charge of everything technology. She builds everything. Awesome. She's awesome. Yeah. So you kind of have to pull them in and become part of your world. And
right. Well, I think it's nice. They wanna be a part of what you're doing too. Kids.
They do.
They feel more empowered. They feel like they're involved. I mean, I think that's healthy. So that's great. Yep.
And they're my little assistants. They make money along the way.
Nice. Very cool. Very
absolutely.
Cool. So that day I got to meet your girls, which was great. But kind of let's talk about what transpired that day. We filmed the property, all the structures, within the home, all the rooms that we felt would highlight and sell the property.
Right.
And then we had actors. So let's talk a little bit about that. How was that? I mean, you kind of made all that happen. Fun. I just was there to film it. So.
Well, first of all, I'm always sending people your way. And one thing I will say, the first thing I say yes, you're welcome, always and forever. It's a challenge in our industry to really connect and build the team that you can collaborate with, and really your team can be multiple things, right? And I consider you part of my team now. So you collaborate, and that was the one thing I was like, okay, done deal. You're going to be a team member, because it's really hard to find somebody to collaborate with and truly want to give and connect and listen and pull it all together. So I felt like he did that with me. I had a story I wanted to tell. I really knew that my clients, this was the love of their house, their design, their, of course they work with architects and builders and all the experts, but truly their vision came across, and I thought it was really neat to incorporate that. And they're an amazing family. I don't even know how to explain it, but they're like the best. I love them. And they actually ended up in the film, which turned out to be just fantastic. I couldn't have asked for it better. They were so much fun. Their kids are a hoot. We had a near catastrophe with one of the boys, and he just picked himself up and just went forward. He dusted himself off, blood included, and it was awesome. We had a great time.
I will say I'm also a fan of that family. Like literally, we're actually friends on Instagram now, and still interact with them to this day because they're just like very inspirational people, like very authentic. It's like they have it all together, right? And they're kids, like amazing kids. That boy, he was, part of the scene. He fell off his bike, I think, or his scooter. Man, and the way the parents handled that situation, I was like, wow. Being a new parent, I'm like, that is impressive and definitely inspirational, inspiring, like beyond. So
that was quite the hill.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Right. And they were coming in hot, coming in fast.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of theirs. They continue to just make me feel like inspired and like looking at their lives. So anyway, I'm going on about that, but again, it doesn't always happen where you're just.
It was a lot of fun.
Where you're just having so much fun with the family, obviously with you, our team, everything was gelling so well. I have to say that was definitely one of my favorites ever, and especially this year. It was just like such a. I would say the one of our top favorites for sure.
And we had a challenge with all the rain, and we pulled it off, and we had a beautiful day.
Yeah. I mean, that's my life every day. I'm like,
I know. What's the weather
phone, like, hey, how's the weather? Where you're at? Okay, let's look at the forecast, and then the forecast does a 360 or 180 on me, and then it's sunny, and we just had to determine like it wasn't going to be sunny. So it's a challenge, but we definitely overcame it. But anyway, great success story. The video came out amazing. The homeowners were fantastic. I think the home show's amazing. You don't know how many times I've gotten a comment about people I know. My wife absolutely loves the house. Just that house is amazing.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you. I think I'm going to miss it. I need to get it sold, but I'm going to miss it. It's a little bit bittersweet when you really fall in love with your client's home and you're there all the time. And so anyway, we're going to miss it. And so it's almost a documentary. It's going to be a piece of story for them that they get to take with them that they'll be able to treasure also.
That's so cool. So let's talk about that house.
Yeah.
What are some, just some highlights, right? So people who are listening won't be able to watch anything at this moment, or maybe they can. They can tune in and check out, what's the website called again?
They can just go to 548hygieaave.com.
Okay.
Yeah, 548hygieaave.com, and they can go straight to the property website and watch the video. It's a fantastic lifestyle video, but it shows you really how you can live in this home. It's very outdoorsy. We're west of the 5 in Lucadia, which is just a quaint, perfect little town of Encinitas. And by goodness, this place has just grown and grown and grown. It's not the Lucadia we used to know. It's still got that small town vibe, and then just the amazing, restaurants and all the different little quaint corner stops, coffee houses, you name it. You could just walk straight to Panikins, down to Stone Steps from here, and and there's that cute family. That's when we had that. We need to show one of those bloopers someday. That would be fun. All the little bloopers. We had plenty of them.
Yes.
So this is a great house. It's a modern farmhouse. Jamie Miller, he's a local architect of Lucadia. He's mostly well known for some of the co-working spaces. David Gray is the builder. He's amazing. He did a beautiful job. And then the owners actually put a lot of their own design sense into this. Partway through, they brought their own draftsman in and changed a couple things. And I think it was, they really tweaked it to their needs. But top end quality. I mean, one of the top custom homes that I have seen. And it's arguably one of the most fabulous looking modern farmhouses. And, we've got a lot of dichotomy with this house because we have the modern floors, concrete on the bottom level, and then the top level we have that white oak, and it really just pulls that modern farmhouse truly together. It's definitely different than some of the ones out there, but look at this steam shower, 10 feet.
Oh my goodness,
it's amazing. And got these rooms. Look at the bathroom. I mean, they just did a lot of design touches, and the ocean views are really nice from both the guest home, which we're looking at right now, and the main.
Yeah, I mean, I take that guest home for sure.
I know, I would live there.
That's a dream house. That's a dream house within a dream house. It's crazy how that even exists. There.
So I mean, it's definitely a surf home. I mean, you got your aerial view there, entertaining. It's pool ready. Look at them on that trampoline. They're so funny. And it's got like just anything you would want in the backyard. It's a full custom cuisine kitchen in the backyard. You've got a pizza. You've got a kegerator. Organic garden. You got everything you could want. Plus, you just walk down to the beach.
Sure. Yeah, that big highlight was that right there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's how many surfboards can you fit in that thing?
20 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 plus, and then you're right there at Stone Steps and Beacons Beach, and
minutes.
Pretty fun life.
So, and I know you've done some events. Let's talk about events coming up for Hygeia this week, right? I know you have.
We do.
You have two things going on this week for the property, correct?
We do. Yeah. We're trying to really push for this week. Friday, we've got wine and sunset, kind of just a get together, casual, just come. There's also a house nearby that's going to be open. So we're just trying to really just open up and have people come on a Friday night, come after work, come as you are, bring your kids, whatever, stop by for a glass of wine and enjoy the beautiful sunsets because it's really, really nice on the upper deck. And then Sunday, we're having another open house for those on the weekend. A lot of neighbors swing by. So we're just doing a big push. It's a great time. Interest rates are low and it matches our price. We've lowered our price. So
let's talk a little bit, if we can, about the neighbors, right? So you have fantastic buildings or homes going up if they're not up already, right?
They are totally complete now. Done. Everything's complete. They're really, really pretty and tons of privacy over here. And that's one thing that a lot of people haven't seen. They saw it in the beginning, but now that it's completed, we'd love to get everyone back, check it out. We've got so much privacy in this home, and then just front views of the ocean. So
that backyard, when I remember sitting there, and it's just it's like you're in another world. So private, so calm, very zen. Like and then they have kids there, which gives you that privacy. Be concerned with anything in regards to that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very safe.
Yeah, very cool. So, what are some of the fun ways that you are marketing yourself, your brand, and your homes? Like you've talked a little bit about what you're doing this week for this home specifically. Anything else, or anything that you're doing? Some fun ways that you're marketing yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's really in what my approach is just trying to really brand yourself and stay consistent. And, it's always a challenge in our business. We get really busy and then we pull back. And so the team is really crucial. So one step at a time, I always say, take one bite at a time and just keep going, plod forward on what you got to do. So the branding, I've got my website, just going across, different social medias. And for me, I prefer Instagram. I am building out my YouTube channel. And I do have a Facebook business page. So those three are really my main connectivities. And, in the future, greater visibility, of course, more consistent connectivity across all these platforms is key and crucial. And, I ebb and flow in my business like everybody else. There's always areas of improvement. But I'm just, really wanting people to come and check it out. And I want to be of service and I want to collaborate with people. So my goal is to really kind of connect my brand with other people's brands. Nice. And beyond real estate. It doesn't need to be just real estate. So whether it's design, that's part of my team. I collaborate with stagers. restaurants, wine, you name it. I have a whole collaboration side of my business that's not even part of real estate. So
nice. Well, hey, I'm excited to watch things happen for you. I know that we're going to try to see if we can make it to some of these events this week.
Awesome.
You were in our video marketing course, and you did great. You had a bunch of your your videos shown in class. I know it's something that we're still continuing to work on, but how are you currently using video right now?
Well, I've been using video in a lot of different ways, and part of that class was for me to try and stay accountable and be consistent. I didn't do very well toward the end, but I'm gonna redo with you.
You did great.
I'm gonna redo with you. But it's just one of those things where like I said, sometimes your business, it ebbs and flows, right?
Sure.
But anyway, the cool things about it is just your ability to really get people to move forward. And that was a lot of what that class provided, a lot of technical stuff, a lot of hints and tweaks and tricks. And it was really great to collaborate with everybody and be there. So I'm using video. Of course, I'm doing the real estate, right? It needs to be specific, but I'm also doing my personal life, my passions, my adventures, my outdoor world, some of my family, just to connect with, people in a different way. Because that's what I'm passionate about. And, we're not one-dimensional, right? It's not all about one thing. Right. We're multi-layered as people. Right. And people really need to get to know us and like us. And so that's kind of how I try and move forward. It's not always perfectly visible right now. It's there. So I got to get that out. And so that's why my main goal is better visibility, more consistent visibility, and just my service and collaborative way about me needs to come forward so everybody else knows that.
Yeah, I know you did something with a designer, or you did some sort of interview with them, which was really cool. So I definitely love seeing that happen for you. I like the fact that you're trying to show people how multidimensional you are, because I think what happens, and I agree with you, is most of the times people just show a business side, which is great, but then what really ends up happening when someone's looking for an agent or anything, when someone's looking for a team of videographers to come in, and they call me, if they that's how they start to get to know me. But the video's purpose is almost like they're your soldiers. They're out there. They're meant to be sent out. So they start the conversation for you. So hopefully when you make that, or they make that call, you already have rapport. They know some things about you. And the fact that they know some things about you and your life and what you do and your interests and your personality, that's probably why they're going to say yes to working with you anyway.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you have a great opportunity. Everybody does, to really tell people about themselves. And I think video is just an awesome opportunity to tell people.
Yeah, and that was like the whole push, right? I mean, we weren't even trying to push, hey, use us for videography. It's like specific as a real estate agent to really come in and start creating content for yourself, where you're able to send these soldiers, and they're out there working for you, letting people know who you are, what you do, what's your passion, and so on. So 100% happy to see that happening for you. I'm looking forward to seeing more for sure.
Well, it's been great. And thank you for everything that you've done. And I'm always so excited when somebody says, hey, I called David. Hey, I called David.
Oh, thank you. I just got a call yesterday too.
Good.
So thank you for that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Like high-fiving me. They're like, oh, I called David. He's great.
Nice. That's always good to hear. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So Laura, what is the rest of the year look like? This month, is really kind of like the last. I mean, we're already in the second half of the year. So how's the rest of the year looking for you?
Yeah, I find that when we're going into fall, third quarter and fourth quarter, a lot of people start getting a little nervous in our industry, and really it's the time to just take your first and second quarter and kind of close the books on that, move forward with another push, because third and fourth quarter looks different. It looks different. It's not bad or good. It's just different. And so it's another push. It's like, okay, we're ending summer, good, just kind of like a different mood. Right. So for me, I've got a lot of adventure going on right now with family and personal passions that I'm doing. and just kick it into high gear for work on all levels. The push is just to go that direction. Sometimes fourth quarter can be some of our best quarters, some of the best times of the year. I had a couple of years ago, my fourth quarter was my biggest business year.
Wow.
It was crazy. Yeah, I wasn't even prepared for it. So now I prepare for it. Third quarter.
Yes.
Some people just, we're all just procrastinators. We all have so much on our plate, and it feels like, our best intentions are, oh, okay, let's do something in April. And then all of a sudden November, like, no, I need to sell my house. Boom. Right. Okay, cool. Right. So, just really have a different mindset and just prepared for third and fourth quarter. Don't check out.
Crucial. Staying
on your game, moving forward, and planning and keep going.
So you ton of experience. Thank you for that. That's good insight. I think mindset is key in any business, in life, right? Mindset is key. So it's super good, nugget there for everybody who's watching and listening. What advice do you have for somebody who's watching and listening that either is new or they're looking for some sort of, some more knowledge, right? Like, hey, what is someone doing? What has someone learned about real estate? What can you give advice for a new agent that is coming into real estate?
Well, there's a sea of information. There's a sea of things to do, not do. What do you do? And it's almost like a secret world. So what I would definitely grab a hold of is go and watch people. Save the things that resonate with you. So you want to emulate and build your brand around what resonates with you, and don't let people distract you or pull you away from what your core is. Always go with your gut. Your feeling is key. It's not necessarily right or wrong what other people are doing. It just works. So you got to make sure you pick what works for you, what resonates for you. If you don't have a passion for it, it's not going to work, no matter how good it works for somebody else. So just stay consistent.
Good point.
Time. It's true though. It's like if you end up like hating it, like somebody could be making $1 million and you're not even going to make 2 cents because it just doesn't work for you. So there's always tried and true kind of models, right? So pick out what's going to work for you in any business, not just real estate. So I would say have multiple mentors across different industries, not necessarily real estate. Business-minded entrepreneurs, what they're doing may work for real estate. It's different. It's out of the box thinking. So our industry is always evolving, and it actually needs to evolve.
Sure. Well, great. That's amazing. That's great information. It's good for me too to hear that. Where can viewers go, or for someone who's watching or listening, where can they find out more information about you and your team?
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Well, I'm on the Pacific Sotheby's site. You can find me under the agents page. I also have my own at lauraandert.com. I have a YouTube channel, Laura Andert Group. IG is just my name. So I've got a Facebook business page. So you can find me kind of just with my name, and I'm on all of that. And I'd love for you to come and follow and make some comments. And likewise, I'll do it back.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. So, well, thank you, Laura, so much for being on the show today. You've been great. You shared such valuable information. Looking forward to, experiencing the rest of the year with you. I know we're friends on social media, so we see each other's lives, which is great. But thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, David.
Your success the remaining of the year.
I appreciate it so much, and we'll see you on the other side.
All right. Thanks, Laura.
Bye, David.